A firefighter had just stepped out of the fire station when he discovered an infant in the snow. After examination, the infant was confirmed to be in good health. They planned to take the infant to a children's welfare institution once the snow stopped. That afternoon, a woman suddenly arrived at the fire station, claiming she had lost her child. When Dawson carried the infant out, the woman saw the infant and exclaimed, "That's my daughter. I must take her home." The firefighters asked why she had abandoned the child. She explained that the infant's father was a troublemaker who had abandoned the child that morning after claiming the infant was not his. She then accurately answered all questions about the infant's characteristics at the time of abandonment, leading the firefighters to begin believing her. However, they informed her that relevant documents were required before handing over the child. "She's my daughter. Why can't I just take her?" The woman was confused, and the firefighters replied that it was for her and the child's safety. After she left, Dawson worried about what would happen if the child's father abandoned the infant again. The chief said that was not their responsibility. They called a doctor to examine the infant, who noted that she was a premature baby with a scar from the umbilical cord near her abdomen. She had been in critical condition during her first few weeks of life, but had fully recovered after careful care. However, the firefighters remained skeptical, as the child's father was an irresponsible man who had abandoned her before. But the doctor insisted there were no signs of abuse. The next day, the woman returned with documents, stating the child's name was Grace. She told the firefighters that the doctor had said she was the healthiest and most beautiful baby in the hospital, deepening their suspicions. The woman added that the birth of Grace had been very smooth, and the baby hadn't cried once. Hearing this, Dawson asked to see the birth certificate, but the woman claimed she didn't have it, as the child's father had taken it. "Wait a minute, I need to talk to the captain," the firefighter told her. But the woman stood up and blocked Dawson's path.
Why don't you let me hold her while you do that?
"Get out of the way, go," the firefighter ordered. Suddenly, the woman pulled out a gun and aimed it at the firefighter.
Not until you give me that baby.
"Put down the gun and leave the fire station," the firefighter ordered. The woman insisted on taking the baby, threatening to shoot if they refused. At that moment, people from the fire station rushed over and told her, "We've already called the police, leave now." The woman lost control, holding the gun and staring at the crowd, then turned and ran out of the fire station. The firefighters sighed in relief because they hadn't handed the baby over to this so-called mother. Otherwise, the child would have been in serious danger.